She made plant-based food popular with restaurants in Dallas, Atlanta, and New York. But now Pinky Cole is turning her focus to helping other Black business owners. Pinky, welcome back to DBL.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Can we hear you? You can hear us?
Yep, I can hear you.
Excellent.
Hi, guys.
Good to see you, Pinky. All right. You just opened a new Slutty vegan location in New York. Mazel. What is the main priority when you're opening up a new spot?
The who, what, when, where, and why, right? Like, who am I serving? Why am I in this location? What does it mean to me? I'm very intentional about the places that I go because I understand that Slutty Vegan has this cult following, and I want to make sure that it's authentic to the core. So I'm excited to continue to scale and open up new locations and all the great things that are happening with the business. And actually, today is my 6-year anniversary in business, opening Slutty Vegans,
No way!
and I'm 6 years, and I'm still alive.
Pinky, you gotta open one up here in Denver. I've had your food in Atlanta, and let me tell you, I would be eating there every single day. I literally would.
This is not a joke.
I actually said that Denver was on my list.
Yes.
So soon come.
Pinky, I've been lobbying with the restaurant right now. I'm like, you got to get, we have to unite, okay? We have to get the pop-up, a thing went out on Instagram, and I was like, yo, reach out right now because we have to get this pop-up in Denver.
Yes, it's coming. I promise you.
Good.
She's too nice to say, all right, guys.
Yeah, I got some other things on my plate right now.
I'm kind of killing it. I got it from here. All right, now I got to hear this story because we heard that Snoop Dogg, who is beloved, actually helped launch your career in the beginning. Please walk us through how that happened.
Well, you know, it's funny. Snoop Dogg was actually the cherry on top. I was working as a casting director on a big TV show, and I was leading a team of like 10 people. And they didn't know that I was doing Slutty Vegan on the side because Slutty Vegan was supposed to be a side gig. Next thing I know, I get fired. But the night that I got fired, Jermaine Dupri called me, and he asked me if I could serve Snoop Dogg in La Duval. And this was at the time I was rested. I'd worked 16 hours that day, and I was so tired. But I told my team, I said, listen, those who take chances, make advances, we're going to get up and we're going to feed Snoop Dogg. And literally, when I tell you the rest is history, he only ate a fry. But the power that he has, right, just really like exploded my business in a whole nother way. So I'm forever grateful for Snoop Dogg, and you know, it has been massive ever since, and I couldn't have prayed for anything different.
That's crazy.
That is amazing.
The line is like around the block, you guys.
Every time. Girl, I have to tell you, I read your book, I Hope You Fail, in 2 days. I mean, for anybody who hasn't read it, I just read it.
It's a good title. I like that.
Yes. Your partnership with Pepsi Pepsi Dig-In aims at highlighting other Black-owned restaurants. What do you think makes a restaurant successful?
You know, it's interesting because I have been in business for so long, so I've experienced the highs and the lows. One thing that I learned in business is I learned that people eat with their eyes. I also learned how important customer service is. I also learned how important it is to make sure that you treat your employees right, because that's the fabric of who you are as a business. So what makes a restaurant successful, whether it's a Black-owned restaurant, an Asian restaurant, is the fact that they focus on those core elements that people can appreciate and that will make them come back. I want you to come to my store not just one time, but I want you to make this a part of your weekly schedule because of how you make you feel when you come through the door. And I think Black-owned businesses really have that, but they can continue to hone in on that, and that's what will make us continue to be successful in business.
I love that. And whoever wins this will get a chance for a residency spot in Vegas. How are you hoping that opportunity will improve their business?
You know, it's interesting. I'm working on that right now. I'm working on something in Vegas. Listen, I'm working, okay? 6 years later, I'm still working. But where I'm at in business is it's important for me to scale and continue to grow the brand. You know, I'm married to a husband who's also in the restaurant business. He owns Weekdays cheesesteaks. So it's like a competition in our house, and who's going to scale faster? Who's going to open up stores? But something like this with the Pepsi Dig-In campaign is just another opportunity to recognize and highlight great Black-owned businesses in America that are just doing the damn thing, that are like putting their all into their business, growing it, and make it a reputable business, and being proud of what they created. And I'm going to stand behind that every single time.
And why'd you got to show those food pics? Now I want Slutty Vegan.
Yeah. It's her birthday. You got to give her some.
Thank you.
We got to say this really quick, Sam. Jeff is starting a Jardiniere business. Any advice? Any
Good
advice for a new food
entrepreneur?
distribution? Yes.
What's the name of the bit? What kind of business?
Jardiniere sauce from Chicago.
Yeah. We won't get into the whole thing. Just some advice on starting a business. How about that?
Okay, so you have a sauce. So what I would do is every time you do this sauce, every single person that comes on the show should be having the sauce in their hand, right? And what I would do is you already on TV, so you got the one up. So what you could do is you could take 5% of the sales of your business and donate it to an organization that helps young entrepreneurs who want to get into the space of journalism. So now you're intentional behind the sauce that you have, and then everybody will want to be connected to it because you built something that's mission driven and it tastes good. That's what I would do.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Pinky, you're so inspirational. Thank you so much for joining us. To our audience, you can get more information on Pepsi Dig In at PepsiDigIn.com. You can also check out more from Pinky at SluttyVeganATL.com. Thank you again.